So why I do what I do is a simple question. It's because it's the only thing I know. It's how I was raised, how I was brought up. 46 years ago, when I was just 2 weeks old, my father walked out of my house. He gave me the amazing opportunity, sitting here 46 years later, to be raised by two amazing women. First, my grandmother in Puerto Rico, who was a child care provider. That was her job. The only thing, it came without a paycheck. And she did it because she couldn't see a kid suffer. She couldn't see a family suffer. And she thought that the two basic needs were family unit, and also in Puerto Rico, a meal, as any Spanish family knows, it goes a long way. It's all about food. Secondly was my mother, a domestic violence victim who has the biggest heart that anyone can ever imagine. My mother was the chef of the building. I lived in a housing project in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. 100 families in our building. My mom, on a regular basis, cooked for probably 20 or 30 of those families. Hurricane Sandy brought devastation to the East Coast, New York City, Long Island in particular. Day after the storm, I went into my storm assignment. I worked for National Grid. We run the power and the gas distribution systems in New York City and Long Island. And I drove from Long Island all the way through Staten Island to every town and saw the devastation, heard the stories, saw people pulling out not only their belongings, but having their lives destroyed. In stepped what I know, and we decided to not worry about necessarily our distribution systems, but worry about the community. So we had outreach centers that we developed, that we created, giving out basic needs, blankets, water, food, somewhere for people to go. And eventually, when all the basic necessities were given out and settled, we were there to give hugs, to listen to people's stories, and today we're still there. The only thing is that there's a big positive in all of this, is that people's lives are getting put together. You're starting to hear the stories of hope. You're starting to hear the stories of thank you, the stories that most of us here in this room, hope that one day that's the only stories we hear. Thank you.